esta es la cosa, cuando un artista internacional tiene un nuevo producto que contar y dice, bueno, pues voy a ir de promoción, todo el mundo quiere que les visiten. Es el caso de nuestro siguiente invitado y por eso nos hace muy felices y es un honor para este modesto programa, pero digno, que él haya escogido este programa en España para contar algo más de su vida. Hoy el líder de Iron Maiden, Bruce Dickinson. Vamos con él, venga. Bienvenido, señor Dickinson. Gracias por estar aquí. Gracias.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. No sé si es un poco raro para alguien como usted que está manejando continuamente las masas al ritmo del heavy, estar tranquilo en un sofá hablando. ¿Puede disfrutar eso?
Yeah, well, it's great. I mean, I've been enjoying the band here, particularly the gentleman on the saxophone over
Muchas
there.
gracias, muchas gracias. ¿Ha identificado usted la canción? ¿Le ha dado tiempo a escucharla?
No, not a clue, mate.
Estaba ¿No? ¿Podéis tocar brevemente? Brevemente. A ver.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Exacto, sí.
Yes, indeed, yes.
¿Ya?
Yeah.
Dice usted que no es un tema de Iron Maiden, pero que a usted en su momento le impactó mucho.
Oh, yeah, well, when I was like a kid, that was actually the first real rock and roll song that I ever heard. It was coming through somebody's bedroom door.
Yeah.
And I knocked on the door and said, what was that? You know, and so the guy looked at me because I was only like this big and he was like that big. And he looked down at me, he went, "It's Deep Purple, you idiot." You know, so I went, "That's cool." Oh. So I bought the record Deep Purple in Rock, you know, and that's Speed King, you know. Yeah. So and it's just a classic record, amazing record.
Sí. Y usted pensó, yo quiero hacer eso, ¿no? O mejor.
I wanted to be a drummer, and Ian Pace was one of my heroes. He was the drummer of Deep Purple, obviously, and I was very lucky that I ended up meeting first of all Ian Gillan in a toilet, which was a little bit odd because I had my head in the toilet at the time, in his studio, and we'd recorded an album. This band called Samson I was in. We recorded an album, and somebody, the engineer, passed me a joint.
Sí.
And so I was smoking this joint, and we'd been in the pub, and we'd had about 4 or 5 pints of beer, and there was something weird in this joint that wasn't tobacco. And in the middle of playing back the album, I was a singer, of course, so I was doing my best Ian Gillan impression all the way through this album. Yeah. You know, lots of stuff. Who walks through the door but my hero, Ian Gillan? And he sits there and he's listening to me sounding like him. And I'm like, oh shit, you know. And he looks and he says, "Whoa, guys," he said, "Who's the singer?" I went, "Me." And he goes, "Hey, pretty cool." And I suddenly just thought, I have to be sick. Because the dope and the alcohol, I was like, and I ran out of the room, stuck my head down the toilet, and was sick for 45 minutes. When my hero comes in, kicks the door down, drags me out, wipes the sick off my face, and puts me in a taxi and sends me home.
Madre mía, señor. Esto solo puede pasar en el rock and roll. No lo prueben ustedes en la empresa privada, solo rock and roll. Tú vas a buscar trabajo, haces eso y no te lo dan. Pero el rock era otra cosa. Quiero confesarle algo, señor Dickinson.
I think there's a few politicians who might get a job that way, you know. I mean,
Es verdad, es verdad. Es verdad, es verdad. Tiene usted razón. Tiene usted razón, Dickinson. Quiero decirle algo, Bruce. Hemos leído su libro, nos hemos documentado.
You've read my book?
Yeah.
You're still talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sí. Pero tengo un problema. No sé por dónde empezar. Usted es el hombre más hiperactivo que he conocido, al menos leyendo su biografía, en mucho tiempo. Mi primera pregunta es, ¿usted recuerda algún día en el que no haya hecho nada? Nada. Nothing at all.
Shortly before birth.
Bueno, claro, eso no cuenta.
I mean,
No puede, es imposible para usted.
I was very, very happy before I was born.
Yeah.
I was warm and comfortable with a nice old low doo-dum,
Sí.
doo-dum, doo-dum.
Claro.
All that, looked like the little thing in like 2001: A Space Odyssey at the end. That was me.
Yeah.
Sí. Curled up, happy, little fetus, And then, all this bullshit happens, Bright lights, doctors,
De la vida.
screaming, everything. What the fuck? Who ordered this? And that was the beginning of my problem with authority.
Yeah.
When people said,
Yeah.
you have to breathe. Says who?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
anyway, so I came out, I took my umbilical cord.
Yeah.
And I wrapped it around my neck to strangle myself,
Sí.
But it didn't work
Sí.
because they cut it,
Sí. Sí.
And here I am.
Ya. Y aquí está. Señores, son ustedes unos privilegiados. Acaban de escuchar la descripción, el nacimiento de un heavy. O sea, así nace. Ustedes se creen que no, nacen ya de una manera especial. Es así.
No.
Lo digo porque los que le conocen y los que leerán el libro lo verán. Es una persona inquieta que estudió historia, que practica esgrima, estuvo a punto de ir a unas Olimpiadas en Barcelona. Por cierto, le echamos de menos. Barcelona 92, todo el mundo esperando a Bruce Dickinson. Y usted tenía gira con Iron Maiden. Hombre, vaya excusita, vaya excusita.
Yeah, it is a lame excuse. Actually, this is something that when you pop star, rock star, whatever, people like to make out that they make up stories about you that are not 100% true. So I was okay as a fencer. If you want the reality of it, I was number 7 in the country. Okay.
Está bien.
The Olympic team is the number 1, 2, and 3. Number 7 is not number 3, right? So to say that I was going to be in the Olympic team, not going to happen. Would I like to be in the Olympic team? Yeah, sure. The blazer looks really nice. The tracksuit's pretty cool. But.
Sí. Pero con la melena, con la melena. Está en Iron Maiden, lo deja, vuelve, crea su propia compañía de reparación de aviones que continúa, piloto de aviación. ¿Todavía practica? ¿Ha venido con su avión a España, por ejemplo?
No, everybody thinks that when we had the big airliners with Iron Maiden, they say, where is the Iron Maiden plane today? I said, well, we haven't got an Iron Maiden plane.
Yeah.
There's an expression, if it flies, floats, or fornicates.
Yeah.
Rent it.
¿Lo alquilan?
Yeah.
Ah, muy bien.
And we rented it, So we rented the airplane, and I worked for the airline for nearly 10 years that we rented the airplane from, because I worked. Believe it or not, my hair was a bit shorter back then. I worked as a full-time airline pilot. I had 6,500 hours of jet flying, taking people on holiday. They never came back.
Ya. Nunca volvían. Eso te iba a decir, cuando un amigo tuyo tiene el título de piloto, se produce esa situación que él dice, ven conmigo que yo soy piloto, y tú no sabes si ir como amigo o sale tu sentido común, dices, no, igual no, hasta que no sepas. ¿Su grupo va tranquilo cuando usted pilota ¿O no tiene más remedio que ir?
Well, I mean, it wasn't, by the time I was flying the band around, I'd already been flying lots of other people around. So I flew the British government around. I flew the heads of various African countries around. I flew 220 people on holiday going wherever. So if it was okay with them, it was pretty much okay with the band, I think, you know. And it kept me away from drinking myself to death as well. Just tea and coffee, you know.
Muy bien, muy bien.
You know, that's about it,
Sí.
really.
No da confianza a un piloto con la botella de whisky al lado. No la da. Puede pilotar, pero no la da. Una cosa, ahora voy a suponer, de todas las cosas que usted ha vivido, quizá una de las más emocionantes es su visita a Sarajevo en plena guerra de los Balcanes y conocer de primera mano lo peor de la condición humana, como era esa guerra, esa situación bélica.
It was it was unforgettable, and I suppose for the first, in my case, probably about 6 months afterwards, it just the experience of being there kept sort of recurring. For some of the guys in the band who went there, I think it maybe lasted a bit longer. That sort of stuff, the stress of being there and the experience of seeing other people suffering that much. But we were only there for 5 days. Can you imagine what it's like to grow up for a siege, which was, I mean, we like to think that, you know, we're kind of civilized in Europe, but actually we're not. Sarajevo and what happened in that war was the longest siege since the Middle Ages. It was longer than the siege of Stalingrad in the Second World War. And this happened just a few years ago. The most appalling loss of life, snipers, the worst possible aspects of humanity on display. And we went in the middle of it and did a show which is almost incidental, because the heroes really are not us. We were just kind of idiots. we drove into the middle of a war zone, and at the end of it, we could have been killed.
Yeah.
But the people who were there didn't get the choice, you know? And actually, they're the people who really are the real heroes, because they've come out of it as really fully functioning human beings. You know, they don't want to kill people, they don't want to rape people or destroy people. They want to fill the world with light, you know?
Aquello pasó. Y Bruce Dickinson estuvo allí cuando muchos no querían ir. Bueno, si le parece, cambiemos algo más prosaico. Usted dice en la página 39, la masturbación y las bibliotecas salvaron mi alma del proselitismo intolerable. La pregunta es, ¿iban las dos cosas a la vez? O sea, masturbación y biblioteca, me cuesta entenderlo, ¿sabe?
Well, no, well, it depends. It depends whether or not there was anybody in the library, and it depends how big the bookcase was that you could, you know, I mean...
Vale.
And also what books were in the library, you know, I mean...
Sí.
I'm not advocating, by the way, public masturbation. I think it's very good. No, you know. No. Although I think if some members of the clergy involved did it might, you know, stop them doing some other things that are a bit worse.
Sí, eso es verdad. Tienes razón, Bruce. Dos preguntas de Iron Maiden. ¿Por qué no ha escrito canciones de amor Iron Maiden?
Well, they're kind of boring, aren't they, really?
¿Sí?
I mean...
Pero hay una tradición heavy, cuando el heavy se pone tierno, ¿sabe? Que eso siempre pasa en mitad de un concierto y dice, la balada. En cambio, ustedes no.
No, we don't do that. No, we've never really done that.
Yeah, yeah. No.
It's not what we do. No. I can't really think of what we would write a song about that would be to do with that. I mean,
No entiendo el aplauso. Si el público dice, sí, muy bien, eres heavy.
Look, we write songs about death, resurrection, war, famine, plague, but it makes everybody happy.
Ya. Bueno, sí, es un poco.
What could possibly go wrong?
Ya.
You know?
Ya.
I mean, you come along to see one of our shows, and you get everything on display.
Sí,
I mean, the most recent tour we had took place in three acts, if you like, during the show. We had war, which brings out both the best and the worst aspects of humanity. So it's all the drama there in war. And then we move on to religion, which brings out the best and the worst aspects of humanity. And then we go to, after religion, of course, you end up in hell.
Claro.
Which brings out all the best and all the worst aspects of humanity. Because let's face it, where are all the really cool people going to be? If you're going to have a party, where is it going to be? It's going to be in hell.
Sí, al infierno.
Anybody who's had any fun is going to be down.
Sí. Estoy totalmente de acuerdo. El infierno es decididamente mucho más interesante que el cielo, ¿no?
Well, as AC/DC said, hell ain't a bad place to be. You know?
Sí. Bruce, muchísimas gracias por venir. ¿Queda Iron Maiden para los fans para rato? ¿Muchos años todavía? ¿Tiene usted ganas? ¿Sigue teniendo ganas?
Oh, look, we're never, as far as I'm concerned anyway, I don't see any reason why we should ever retire. I mean, as an airline captain, I was always told that nobody ever dies on an aeroplane. Even if the guy's head is severed from his body, he's not dead.
Sí.
Because if, as the boss, the captain, somebody says, there's a guy, his head's fallen off. And I go, well, is he dead? Well, he's not dead until somebody legally says he's dead. So nobody dies until somebody stands up and says, yep, he's definitely dead. And they say, you're responsible then. You've killed him, you know. So it's the same with rock and roll bands. You know, we will never die. Even if we are actually dead, we will still never actually die.
Me gusta esa reflexión, Señoras y señores, Bruce Dickinson. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you later. Bye-bye.